The BBC, established in 1922, is the largest broadcaster in the world, going by the number of employees that they hire, which is around 23,000 people as standing. Now, a large stake of the BBC income is generated from the annual TV licence, which is what you pay when you own a TV in the UK. Now, the BBC is run and overseen by a group of people in the BBC Trust. However, the BBC is in the public sector. This makes it a non-profit company. As a result of being funded by the TV licence, no company adverts are played or seen in the UK, which makes it completely separate to other broadcasting companies in the UK who go for advertising companies and shareholders to generate income to be able to afford and maintain shows. Now, the BBC's mission. Let's talk about the BBC vision to start off with. Their vision is to be the most creative organisation in the world. The BBC try to achieve this by allowing the public to have a large say on certain products. Now, the company's mission is to enrich people's lives with programmes and services that inform and educate. Being a well-established business, the BBC try to have a large, diverse range of shows and radio stations, with news reported around the world. The BBC has many values, such values as trust. Trust is the foundation of the BBC, which is quoted from their website. As they say, they are independent, impartial and honest. Another value that the BBC maintains is audiences are the heart of everything the BBC does. The BBC is very much a multimedia company, creating products for almost all genres using most forms of media. One of the most common areas of media the BBC uses is television, with 9 channels broadcasting a large variety of content from BBC BBC One and BBC Two, which provide up-to-date programmes for the general public with a large range of products. The channel's major target audience is family audiences and people that watch programmes such as EastEnders and The One Show. Other channels that the BBC offer are more target specific, such as BBC Three, who provide a range of entertainment for the teenage market, and also CBBC and CBeebies, which is for the younger audiences, children, as they grow up. Now, the second most common market the BBC is in is the radio. With their 57 stations, locally and nationally, the BBC broadcasts reaching around the whole world, the whole of the UK, providing a wide variety of content for news, music, and even chat shows. Keeping with the 21st century, the BBC has a state-of-the-art internet service, bringing all the content available on the radio and TV to your desktop, meaning you can catch up on programmes you've missed or that you've not been able to watch. Not only does this website allow you to watch content, it also allows interactive gaming. This can bring people from all genres in and enjoy the website. And resources that even education establishments like schools use with students, such as BBC Bitesize. The website itself has information about every show that is aired on the BBC. With most, you can comment on and give ways to improve. Now, not only does the BBC have large multimedia areas, they also provide a large variety of magazines for most of their regular programmes, such as Top Gear, which produce a magazine that is relevant to the show. Another example of magazines that the BBC has is children magazines. This also affects the children market and the market shares in products. The BBC is the leading broadcast company in the UK for radio and TV, according to Barb and Raj, as shown in the table on screen. Competitors. Now, the BBC's main competitors in the TV range is ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5. However, as technology is improving, digital channels are more competitive now as well. with Sky and Virgin also offering packages to take listeners away. However, on their radio, there's radio stations such as Capital and other stations that are also taking away vital listeners. Trust, under the Royal Charter, sets the strategy of the BBC and has a duty to represent all the interests of licence fee payers. It holds the government's responsibility for the BBC's failure and success. Executive Board is responsible for the delivering of the content and meeting the needs set by the Trust. Now, the media regulators, that the BBC is regulated by Ofcom, which is an independent regulator that adheres to the rules set by the DCMS, which is the government sector responsible for regulating the media. Is that all good?